Hi, Miss Novice friends. This is a website called Epic, and I'm showing that to you because I'm going to use it today for our reading lesson. You're probably seeing me at the bottom of my screen. And so when I am on Epic, it shows all these awesome books I can look at. Maybe some of you have already looked on Epic. Maybe this is the first time you're seeing what Epic looks like. I think it's really, really awesome. And so on Epic, you can look at books. If you click on these that look like rainbow stairs, it's the different reading levels that we were working on in class. You can click on the little animal that's holding a book, and these are books that someone will read to you. So maybe you could read along with them, but if there is a word that is hard, it'll read with you. It has videos you could watch, like math videos, other learning videos, and even audiobooks. So these are more books you can listen to. So Miss Nava really is looking for an informational book. She's looking for a nonfiction book. So we like to call those teaching books because those books teach us something that's real and that uses true facts. We've talked a lot about nonfiction books and their text features. And so I want to learn more about seasons. So I'm going to type in the word seasons in the search bar, and I'm going to click search. And then I'm going to help me narrow it down. I want to look for books that will read to me. And I'm looking for books about seasons. So there's all different ones. There's weather in the spring, how's the weather in the fall, what do animals do in spring, what blossoms in spring. Here's one about fall. Ooh, planting a garden in spring. You know, I've been really thinking about doing some planting at my house, and you guys know how much I love flowers. And so I'm hoping maybe this will tell me a little bit more about gardening. So I'm going to click on the book, and it shows me the table of contents, and it shows me, we know that's one of our text features. If I wanted to listen to this book, I would click this green play button.
The sun warms the soil. Soil helps plants.
And I think it's already on the next page. But I'm just going to start reading it to you. But if you were doing this at home and you didn't have anyone, if you couldn't read the words or you needed some help reading, you could press the play button. So spring is here. It is spring. Weather gets warmer. It rains often. So that's another cool feature about Epic is if you click on the words,
Warmer.
tell you how to say it. And so I'm going to just keep reading by myself, but if you are reading this, you could click on the word
spring
and it will say it for you. So I see a real photograph. I know that's a nonfiction text feature. So spring is here. It is spring. Weather gets warmer. It rains often. Ooh, I see another picture and I see a caption. What do you see? What color are Rose's mom's gloves? I know by looking at the picture they're yellow. The sun warms the soil. Soil helps plants grow. Planting. Rain and sunlight help plants grow. Spring is the best time to plant a garden. Oh, Miss Nava turned the wrong one, I'm sorry. Seeds. Dan puts vegetable seeds in the ground. He will cover them with soil. We plant seeds in rows. Squash will grow in one row, peas will grow in another. What do you see? How many seeds do you see? Miss Nava sees 3 of them. Tending. We know this is a heading. That's one of our nonfiction text features. Shay tends her garden. She waters the seeds. It helps plants grow. I see a bold word right there. Emma pulls out weeds. Weeds use water that plants need to grow. Gardens grow all spring. What is your favorite vegetable from the garden? And then I think Miss Nava's favorite vegetable from the garden would be tomatoes. I love tomatoes. But then I go back over here. It says, what do you see? What vegetables do you see? And so then this is the end of my book. It has a glossary. It has an index telling me where I can find certain topics. It has about the author, and it has different books just like this one that I could read. So maybe if I wanted to know more about what blossoms in the spring or how the weather in the spring is, what people do in the spring, I could keep reading those. So that is the book we are going to work with. So now Miss Nava is going to show you how to organize our thinking so we can think about the central idea and supporting evidence from the book we just read, Planting a Garden in the Spring. Hi, Miss Nava's friends. I hope you enjoyed that book that Miss Nava read on Epic and sort of seeing what Epic was all about. Now we're going to continue talking about that book and organizing our ideas. So here's what you need. You need a pen or a pencil. Miss Nava's going to use her marker so you can really see it. And you need this graphic organizer, or if you don't have this, like always, you can just use your reader response journal. So Miss Nava has a line for her topic. This long box is going to be for my central idea. And then these smaller boxes are going to be for my supporting evidence. So Miss Nava is just going to use her paper for now, but you can use the paper or you can write it in your reader response journal. So, like I said in our morning message video, our skill for the week is to think about the central idea of an informational book and supporting evidence. So the informational book that we just read together was How to Garden in the Spring, or Planting in the Spring. And so I think the topic of my book, what is my book about? What am I learning about? I'm learning about gardening. So Miss Nava is just going to write that on her paper. Gardening. Now, before I think of the central idea, maybe what I learned from the book, or the main idea of the book, was I want to think about supporting evidence. So what did I learn in the book? So I learned you plant seeds in soil. I know the book also told me you plant them in a row. To help the seeds grow, I know it talked that you need water, which could also come in the form of rain, and sun to help them grow. So I'm going to write seeds need water and sun to help them grow. And then I learned that, I remember the book told me spring is the best time to garden. So I could also write that. Spring is the best time to garden. And they told me that because it was warm and there was the rain. So I'm actually going to put comma because it is warm and it rains. Now, when you are thinking of these three things, you don't have to write as much as Miss Nava. Just get your thought out. If you also want to draw a picture, you could do that. Maybe you could just write one word instead of a full sentence. Do what is best and what is most helpful for you. So now I need to think about my central idea. So my central idea is what did I learn from this evidence? I think I learned how to garden in the spring. You plant seeds in the soil, they need water and sun to help them grow, and I learned that spring is the best time because it is warm and it rains. So my central idea is how to garden in the spring. So now I can look back at what I did, and I can even write about it. So now I might want to go and get my reader response journal back, and I might write something using my graphic organizer. So I could write, my topic is gardening. The central idea was how to garden in the spring. I know this because you plant seeds. Seeds need sun and water to grow. It is warm and it rains in the spring. And I wrote that using my ideas right here. My topic is gardening. The central idea is how to garden in the spring. My supporting evidence is plant seeds in the soil. The soil needs water and sun to help them grow, and spring is the best time to garden because it is warm and it rains. And then that's all I have to do for our reading skill this week. Now I know this is a lot of information. This is a lot of writing. I don't want you to get overwhelmed because Miss Nava did it all in one video so you could see what it will look like and see what you're gonna do. But you're gonna do this just little by little each day. So your goal today is, after watching this video, go find a book that you want to use. You can use a book on Epic. Maybe you could use a book you have at home. It just has to be an informational book, a non-fictional book, a book that's going to teach you something. And then get your graphic organizer ready. So you can use the printout, you can use your reader response journal. So that's all Miss Nava wants you to do today. Tomorrow, you're going to think about the topic. The next day after that, you're going to think about the central or the supporting evidence like Miss Nava did first. And then on Thursday, you're going to think about the central idea. And then on Friday, you can write about it like Miss Nava did. So Miss Nava will talk more about that in our morning message. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And I can't wait to see what books you decide to do our reading skill on this week. Bye, Miss Nava's friends.